Hey YouTube, Beardmaster180 here with my DVD new releases review for the week of December 21st, 2010. This week I will be reviewing Salt, Devil, and The Town, which was actually released on Friday. Now normally I would only review 2 movies, but next week I hit a bit of a problem. Only 2 big movies are released next week, and I've already reviewed one of them. And this week has way too many movies to review. So I figured this week I will review 3 movies to make up for next week where I'll only have 1 movie to review. So let's get the ball rolling with Devil. The story of Devil is about 5 strangers who get trapped in an elevator and discover the devil is among them. A very basic plot with a few twists and turns to keep you guessing throughout. Now, like most people who saw that this was from the mind of M. Night Shyamalan, I had no high expectations whatsoever. However, M. Night only outlined the story. He came up with the premise. He didn't script it or direct it. His name is just there for promotion. The way his career is heading, his name does the opposite of promote. It scares people away. Which is bad because this movie is really good. Even though it's a flat plot, the movie makes up for it with great tension and some pretty creepy scenes. The actors are all pretty much unknown and they all do very strong and believable performances. Another thing I like about this is that it's a PG-13 movie. Yes, in my eyes that's a good thing. PG-13 horror movies are much more effective than the R-rated ones because the R-rated ones rely too much on gore for their scare factors. Remember, the most frightening thing is what you can't see. Now there is one flaw that I can see, and that is that the movie is slightly predictable, especially near the end. Other than that, this is a solid horror movie. I give Devil a 9 out of 10. If you're a fan of horror thriller type movies, you should definitely check this one out. Don't let Shyamalan's name scare you away from this very enjoyable film. Now on to Salt. The story follows CIA agent Evelyn Salt, played by Angelina Jolie, and she has been accused of being a Russian spy inserted into the U.S. to partake in a Russian plan known as Day X. And now the big question on everyone's mind is Salt who she says she is? The story gets more and more complex, but to go any further would be considered spoilers. Now the performances in this are really good. Jolie once again proves that she is a great action star. Speaking of action, there is quite a lot in this movie. And it's pretty intense. Also, the pacing is very good, except near the end where things seem to be a little rushed. Not a lot, just a bit. Nothing slows down. The action and story quickly envelops you and doesn't let go. Overall, I give Salt an 8.5 out of 10. A very entertaining action thriller. Finally, we move on to The Town. So the story follows a group of bank robbers in the Charlestown neighborhood in Boston, led by Doug McCrae and James Coughlin, played by Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner. And during their latest heist, they have to take the bank manager, played by Rebecca Hall, hostage for a short period of time. After they release her, they find out that she lives in the same area that they do. So Doug investigates her to make sure that she didn't notice anything that could incriminate the group. And he ultimately falls for her as they plan for their next heist with the FBI close on their heels. Now I'm just going to come out and say it, I loved this movie. Everything in this movie works. The acting is smooth and believable, the action is tense, gripping, and not over the top. The drama is powerful and not corny, and the pacing is just right. It's not too slow where you feel like you're bored, and it's not too fast where everything feels rushed. This is just an amazing film. An easy 10 out of 10. If you love crime dramas like Public Enemies or Heat, you won't want to miss this one. So there's my reviews of this week's new releases, Devil, Salt, and The Town, and the end of this week's DVD new releases review. Next week I will only be reviewing The American, because I've already reviewed Resident Evil Afterlife. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed these reviews, and just remember that this has been my own personal opinion. You are in control of yours. See you next week, and have a safe and happy holiday.